Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a great day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. I talk a lot about financial education stuff, financial potential investments in the finance area. If that interests you, subscribe to the channel. Today I'm going to go over uranium companies. These are the companies that I own. I'm going to go into detail about the ones that I own, just to give you a little bit of a very high level overview look of some of the companies I own, why I own them, and some of the reasonings behind it. And then I'm going to go kind of at the end and just show you kind of everything that I hold in the uranium sector. The uranium sector, I think, has the most potential right now of any of the commodities. We have a uranium to gold ratio of 60-1, which is an anomaly in terms of history. We've got uranium going into nuclear. Nuclear provides energy in terms of electricity. I think we're going to have a increased electricity demand given we go to an electric vehicle type world. So I think electricity demand is going to go way up. This is the highest energy return on energy invested commodity that can support the environment and the climate at the same time while providing a bunch of energy. So I think this is the best play that I know of at the moment. And I want to look at some of the companies because I'm sure you guys want to know what companies, what are their ticker symbols. I understand. I can go through all this. And again, this is my opinion. This is not financial advice. You guys are going to have to do your own research. And whatever decisions you make financially are your own responsibility. I just want to make that clear. So these are uranium companies. These are the ones that I like. And you guys can disagree. That's fine. So most of the companies are not producing uranium. I just want to let that out. Air that out in the beginning. Most are developing mines or are in the exploration area. These are only my opinion and do not constitute financial advice, again. So I like Encore Energy. It's one of my favorite companies. The CEO, Bill Sheriff, I think he has his mind on right. I think he cares about a lot of things. He cares about environment. He cares about people. I think he can run a very good company. So all that put together, I think he is a good person to get behind. Management owns 10% of the company. They've got 2 licensed ISR uranium production facilities with combined capacity of over 1.6 million pounds per year. They've got 26 million pounds in resources, 6 million pounds inferred, and 89 million pounds of historic mineral resources. They've got exploration assets in Wyoming, Utah, and Arizona, on top of the stuff that they have up there, which I think is Texas and New Mexico. 40% interest in Group 11 Technologies, which is a private company developing an in-situ recovery methods using non-toxic solutions. That's kind of Encore Energy from a high-level view. Deep Yellow is another one that I like very much in Namibia, Africa, DYLLF. CEO is John Borshoff. This company is the majority ex-Paladin team who had a very good return last bull market. This is the team that created that return. They're looking to be a 5 to 10 million pound per year low-cost tier 1 uranium producer. They've got 110 million pounds uranium at 100 parts per million cutoff grade. They've got another 52.6 million pounds uranium at 245 parts per million grade. Could acquire more projects to establish a pipeline for development in the future. That's what they're looking at. And the board management owns 14% of the company. I like companies that own 10, 20, 30% of their shares. That's what I'm looking for. Goviax Uranium. This is another one I like. It's in Africa. It's in Niger and Zambia. GVXXF. Govind Friedland, co-founder of Ivanhoe Industries, is the CEO. We've got, they have 2 mines, one in Niger, one in Zambia. Measured is 36.2 million pounds, indicated 112, inferred 89. Production, they're looking to be producing around 2024 or in 2026. They're looking at 2.5 million pounds production per year in 2024, another 2.5 million production in 2026. The Fela project, 36 million pounds uranium, plus they got some copper and silver in their back pocket. Insiders own 10% of the company. Robert Friedland owns 3.26% of the company. Denison Mines has a 12.5% stake, and Camco owns 2.4% stake. We've got Bannerman Resources, another one of my favorites in Namibia, Africa, BNNLF. CEO is Brandon Monroe. They've got Etango, which is a pretty big project, 7.2 million pounds. Any Tango 8, they scaled it down, 3.5 million pounds. They've got 271 million pounds in total in the inferred, indicated, and measured categories. And it depends on price, but looking at a 18 to 24 month construction period after they get the price to say, let's turn this thing on. It's a little bit longer than that. They've got some engineering time in there and stuff. And the board and management hold 11% of the company. So that one I like very much. Now, this is an exploration company, Baseload Energy up in Canada, BSENF if you're in America. CEO is James Sykes. He's a geologist. He found the NextGen deposit, exploration company in Athabasca Basin. They're targeting easy-to-mine deposits outside of the sandstone. High-grade area is what the area is. And they've got 3 projects, Shadow, Catharsis, and Hook projects. And I didn't put on here, but management owns a large stake in this company as well. That's also positive. I'm going to go over some of their projects just to show you how massive this can be. The property was recently expanded based on preliminary mobile MT results. But the one thing I want to show you here, this is their one property here. This is the Shadow property target areas. There's 3 areas right here. Now, this is what's crazy. Key Lake Arrow, which is NextGen's deposit, Keys deposit, and Eagle Sioux's deposit. This structure here, the way that these guys run the structure of the tectonic, the plates coming together, it's formed the same structure as Key Lake, Eagle Sioux, and Arrow to the T. To the T. He has all 3 on the Shadow property alone. So when you add up how much Key Lake is, Eagle and Sioux and Arrow, you add up all those deposits, it equals 850 million pounds of what has already been found. And he's got all 3, the same structure and how everything came together identical to 850 million pounds. Now, I'm not saying that they have 850 million pounds. What I am saying is it's identical. There's a good probability that these could have deposits there. That's all. Now, looking at this, he found this Arrow zone, the same structure. This structure, these are plates coming together and creating structure where there's fluid movement through certain areas. You have uranium that settles in there, and that movement settles where these guys break apart. When it's all in line, the fluid continues to move until it hits a disturbance. And those disturbances are Key, Eagle, Sioux, and Arrow. As these guys break apart, they overlap and go across and creates pockets. This is where a huge opportunity is, because you've got 3 of them on one property alone, and they have other areas, the Catharsis and Hook projects that they're adding on, that also could bear fruit, very good fruit. He's picking off all the really good areas to get. He's getting them where they could have substantial finds. And these over here, these guys that come down like this, these basement-hosted deposits is what they're called. They're very easy to mine because these get kind of, it's not too hot to be in the Athabasca sandstone trying to figure out how to get all these down here. These are very difficult to get. These ones like Sioux, those ones we were talking about, these are much easier to get, and these are the ones that you really want because you can open pit mine these. I also own NextGen and Fission, NXE and FCUUF. NextGen has a 22 million pounds per year production target that they want to do. They have a 240 million pound reserves. This is the Arrow project, the one that James found. 20% insider holdings. That's on Yahoo. That's where I got this. That's pretty good. Fission Uranium's 13 million pounds per year. That's their production that they're trying to go for. 100 million pound deposit. According to the presentation that they have a 0.75% insider holdings. They have 18% insider holdings on Yahoo, so I'm not sure which one to believe. I would probably believe the 0.75%. So others that I hold, I own quite a bit. So I own Sky Harbor Resources, which is an exploration company in Canada. PurePoint Resources Exploration in Canada, Standard Uranium Exploration, Canalaska Uranium Exploration, Blue Sky Uranium in South America. I think that one's Argentina. They'll be a developer at some point. Laramide Resources, again, a developer at some point, USA Uranium. Forces Metals in Namibia, Uranium Energy Corp in USA, URG Energy in USA, Plateau Energy in Peru. They also have lithium. Denison Mines in Canada, Uranium Royalty Corp, which has a couple mines across these for royalties, and then ISO Energy, which is an exploration company in Canada. So I own a small stake or a large stake in some of these, and I continue to cost average in. I think uranium has one of the best potentials of anything at the moment right now. So if I were to look out and look at the different sectors of commodities, this one is still down. Uranium price is still down. They're still in this standoff between people, we'll call it the utilities and the mining companies. They're at the standoff where they're not doing contracts yet, and we're just waiting. So I think now is an excellent time to cost average into your favorite companies. These are the companies that I own. I'm still looking at getting some more exploration companies and just spreading it out and getting as much as I can. All it takes is a couple big finds, and these small little companies, if they find something large, can absolutely explode higher. I mean, just boom. So these are my favorite companies at the moment. If your company's not listed on here, it doesn't mean I hate it. I just don't know as much about it. These are the ones that I've researched. These are the ones that I put money into. I like the areas. I like the jurisdictions. I like the CEOs. I like the management stakes in it. They've got a lot of stuff going on. There are other ones I'm continuing to look at. Fission 3.0, AZN Court, is it UEX? There's a bunch of other ones that I'm looking at. Canalaska Uranium. Okay, I got that one in there. I'm looking at these also to add in the near future, so I can just continue to look for the exploration companies. If something hits, I'm in it. I'm just going to let it ride. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Appreciate you guys listening. This is Finding Value. Subscribe to the channel, and thank you.